In order to explain you the next pattern or the next type of pattern, I have changed the base model. In the previous videos, I have utilized the block, rectangular block. But in this particular video, I will be utilizing a revolve geometry. So you can see on the screen that I have created a simple revolve geometry by using the revolve command. And imagine I want a hole on this. So I'll just press Ctrl D first. I'll go to the hole feature and I'll select the surface on which I want to create a hole. Now I need to align the references. So I'll just go to placement. I'll just click align so that it comes under this plane, and the next reference will be with respect to the axis. Okay, and I'll just change the distance to 100. Let me increase the diameter a little bit, say 25. And I'll change the type to next. So I have the hole over here, and imagine that I want to create a pattern of this hole. I want to create a more number of holes on the surface, right? Imagine I want to create 4 holes right now of same diameter on the circular path of the center of hole, right? So in order to do that, I'll just select the hole and I'll go to pattern. After turning on the pattern command, I'll change the type of pattern to axis. So remember one important point over here. Whenever we want to work with the axis pattern, the moment we are activating the axis pattern, it is required for us to select the axis. So as you are very aware that all the circular features in the model or the geometry will automatically have an axis over here. Okay, so if we are not finding the axis, you can simply select the component. You can select the circular feature and click on axis. So you can see a axis being generated over here, and it is also visible in the model tree. But right now in my model, the axis was already present automatically. So I'll not be adding a new axis. I'll just select the whole feature. I'll go to pattern and turn on the axis pattern. So as I mentioned you that I have to select the axis at first, I will be selecting this axis. After selecting this axis, you may observe that I'm getting 4 dots over here, right? So you may understand that the 4 dots will represent the 4 holes which are being patterned, because we have already seen in the previous videos that the dots which are visible in the dynamic view represents the instance which is being created. I'll just press OK right now, and you can see the hole being created or copied. And we have 4 number of holes which are being patterned using the pattern command. So one thing you can understand with pattern is that it is reducing our time. If we have the parent feature, we can just use the pattern command and create multiple number of features in the geometry depending on the need. I'll just edit the pattern again in order to explain you some other features under the axis pattern. So remember, axis pattern is again widely used because we have whole kind of features or some kind of features in revolve geometries which has to be created or copied. So we can just use the axis pattern and copy the feature. So by default, 4 models are being created. We can reduce the count to 3. So you can see that we are getting 1, 2 and 3. So this is basically anti-clockwise. If you want to go in the clockwise way, we can just change the direction, and you can see the hole is getting created in the clockwise direction. So I'll just press OK, and I will be having the holes ready with me. And each hole is having its own axis also. And if I'm just editing the pattern again, you can see that the next option under the axis pattern is the angle actually. So this is the angle between the members. So presently we are having 3 members which are placed at an angle of 90 degrees. If we want, we can reduce the angle. Say I want 45 degrees. So the angle between each member is presently 45 degrees. If we are wanting to increase the members, we can again go to the text field and add more members. So I've added 8 right now. I'm pressing OK, and you can see I've created 8 features or 8 holes in a single step. So this is reducing our time, right? And it is a very good thought that, if we are going for an interview, maybe, if you're given the same kind of geometry, a little bit similar, and they'll just check up what options are you utilizing for creation of the features in the model. A person who is not aware of the pattern command, what will he do? I mean, he'll just try to use the whole 8 times and it create this particular features. So what is happening is we are getting the geometry with us. I mean, finally on the screen we can find the geometry, but the person who has created this 8 holes using the hole command individually for 8 holes, he will be having a very lengthy model tree, right? And if you are aware of this particular feature axis pattern, see, you can create in 2 steps. One for the major geometry, second for the hole which is being patterned. So this is a kind of good technique for improvising your skills. Clear? And I'll just go back to edit and we'll just see what are the other features. So right now over here you can see 360 degrees written over here, but it is deselected. I mean, it is not functional right now. Right? In order to activate it, we can click on this button or this icon, and after turning on this icon you can see that the previously typed angle is being deselected right now. So we can use any of these 2. So generally it is better to activate the 360 angle, and what this particular feature does is it divides the number of members by 360. Imagine you want 10 members or 10 holes. So the angle between each member will be 360 by 10, which is 36 units. I mean 36 degrees. Clear? So it automatically calculates the angle which has to be maintained between each member. If I'm wanting, say for example 6. So what Creo does is it calculates 360 by 6, which is almost 6 or 36, so 60 degrees basically, and the angle between each member will be 60 degrees right now. So you can see that the 5 holes are created automatically at an angle of 60 degrees. So it totally depends on the geometry what we are given, right? Sometimes we may require 4 holes at 90 degrees, or we may require 6 holes at 30 degrees. Clear? So depending on the geometry or the model which is given to us, we can assign the angles. So this pattern or the axis pattern what we have seen right now, we have seen it for the hole, but it is also functional for any feature what we are creating in the geometry. Say I'll just try to create a feature. I'll just create extrude over here, and I'll just create a random feature. So I'll just click on project. So you can see over here that I'm just trying to show you the project feature right now. I have the circular reference. Okay, if I'm just showing you in the side view, little bit inclined. So this circular edge what is being highlighted right now, if I want an arc, if I want to create a sketch on that, I want a line segment on that, so I can just click on project, click on the arc to get a line. So you can see the line is being created. So if I'm just clicking on this, again a line is being created on that. So I'll just change to no hidden, and you can see the line being created. So I'll just delete the horizontal line, I'll just delete the extra lines I'm having. I'll press OK. I've got the shaded region over here. So this is the feature project. I will change the direction. So I just remove the material and press OK. So we have this feature extrude over here, which is a remove material feature. We can pattern this feature as well. Okay, I'll just try to show you by utilization of axis pattern. So I'll just select the axis. The most important command is to select the reference, that is the axis reference, and I want 4 features. Maybe I want to increase to 5. So I'll just turn on the 60. I'll click on 5. So all the calculation is happening. It's happening in the background by the software itself. We need not take a calculator and calculate the angle which we want. So we can just select the 360 mode and enter the number of members what we are wanting, and automatically the software calculates and places them equally. Press OK, and you will be having the shape with you. So are you relating this shape with anything? I mean, like, for example, we have wheels of the cars, okay, alloys basically. So they are generally having 5 or 6 spokes depending on the type of wheel or the kind of type of wheel what we are using actually. So generally some sports cars and all, they'll be having cool designs, right? So you can just relate the design of the particular alloy wheel by utilization of revolve command and creating a feature, patterning it. If you're wanting, we can just modify it. Maybe we can just add some rounds for making the model look more better. So this is how the designs are happening in industries actually. So they are utilizing the commands which are present in the surface, and we can create any component which we are interested to create. So I just want you to practice different models of your own interest and share with your friends and see the responses. I'm sure they'll be a little bit confused. How have you designed all these things? But this is very interesting feature in Creo. I have not created a wheel. My intention was not to create a wheel over here or the alloy wheel, but I'm just relating the geometry to that. And the intention was to explain you that the pattern can be created on any feature in the geometry. So in the first case, I have created the axis pattern using the hole command. I've created the holes, multiple number of holes. And in this particular feature, I have removed the material, and that removal of material was being patterned. So I have utilized that particular extrude in the model tree, and I have patterned it. So this is all about axis pattern. We will just try to move on and discuss a bit further in the next video.